Should a man pay all the bills if his wife is mismanaging money? Let's get into it.
It's in you and your business.
And the business is the business is for the girls. And the business is so that I can pay for them to go to school. That is why I'm doing this. That's why I make cards for Destiny's Makeup Artistry. And that's why I'm trying to support her becoming a makeup artist. Wait, you want to record it? Become recorded. That's why I'm trying to make sure that Gracie can go to Catholic school. And that's what I'm trying to do. How much money have I made from Poshmark so far?
And how much have you put towards our house?
I put a lot of it towards the house. Majority of it.
$7,000 a month. How much you put towards
the majority of it I put.
How much you put towards
the majority of it I put towards the house.
Doing
Robert.
what?
Doing what I'm doing.
What?
Every
you buy
time.
more clothes.
Do you think all the money that I'm making goes back?
It doesn't go towards bills because that's what I do every month.
It doesn't go towards bills. That's
so what
true.
does it go to?
If I had the money,
what does it go towards to, Ginger?
The point was,
put it on the video. What it goes towards to? What does it go towards to?
I'm putting on the video. It goes towards what the girls need.
Like what? I bought their clothes. I bought the.
You don't buy their clothes. You don't buy all that stuff.
What do you buy?
Buy things, and I buy food too. And
what do you get for you?
Not just for me.
So
you're saying I haven't spent any money at all in this house towards anything with my money?
I'm saying, see, you keep saying
I'm asking you a question.
Her money.
Well, you're talking about my money from my business.
You keep saying your money from your
my
business
from because
your money.
So
it's your money.
So it's your money. So it's your money when you make it. It's your money when you make it. I have to ask you for it.
Because Ginger, you can't balance a book.
I can't balance a checkbook.
No, you can't.
I can't.
No.
So before you, what did I do?
I don't know, Ginger. What did you do? Because that's all I do every day, 24/7. I keep this house running. 24. It's a 24/7 job.
And thank you very much for doing that. But
really?
I don't contribute at all.
You get your nails done.
You pay for that too, right?
Wow. And guys, this is fundamentally important for a myriad of reasons. This is what I call the minimization of masculinity. It's clear that his wife definitely is exhibiting some very selfish traits, because this is what happens a lot of times for a lot of men in modern times. Modern women always proclaim that their money is their money and his money is their money. And that mindset really leads to a state of the minimization of a man's sovereignty in the relationship, but also it's the minimization of masculinity, something that happens all too often. And what it sounds like to me is that he's doing his part, but now this woman is going all abroad on Facebook or on TikTok. I'm trying to demonize or minimize this man. And shout out to Anton Daniels. I think I saw this on Anton Daniels' channel. And this more or less pairs to the conversation that I had, I was talking about earlier about daddy being tired and husbands being tired and nobody cares. And this is the biggest issue that a lot of men are struggling with and dealing with. When I do these videos, to more or less point out and to examine some of the struggles that many men are having in relationships. But unlike this man that's being vocal and speaking his displeasure, many times when men do speak about their displeasure, it's often met on deaf ears. And the good news is that this woman was getting a lot of pushback by other women on TikTok. She even turned the comments off because a lot of times what you're seeing is a lack of accountability. Men work hard, traditional men work hard for their families. They work hard to protect their families and also to protect their children and their wives. But needs drive behaviors, and when needs are not getting met, when needs are not getting met consistently, it can cause a man to turn inward. And a lot of times, as I talked about earlier, men are dying off early because a lot of times they're not being heard. And it sounds like to me in this video that this lady is not hearing her husband, and her cognitive dissonance is so severe, she doesn't allow herself to see the humanity in her husband and to also garner some level of respect towards her husband that can help their relationship become better. Dr. Gottman talked about something called compromise. And in relationships where there's the lack of compromise in the relationship, it can lead to a condition called relationship entropy. And relationship entropy comes from the word entropy comes from the word science. The scientific community, meaning things are about to implode. And this relationship is about to implode because this woman does not have emotional regulation. She doesn't appear to care about her husband. And then many times, as she's been doing here recently, based on what I've seen in the video, which I'm about to show you guys in a minute.
Told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship.
They'll be the victim when the man is more or less crying. Now, let me show you guys what I'm talking about in a minute. Just hold tight, and I'm going to show you how it appears this woman now is being the victim because she's being held accountable. Hold tight. So as you guys can see here, she's beginning to blame her husband for her behavior. I'm going to read through the comments because it sounds like this woman is being unaccountable. She said that I posted this video as an example, guys, of gaslighting. And, many times people use labels. They use labels out of context many times to justify a position. And she said, I posted this video as an example of gaslighting. But as I said earlier, it appears that the people are not necessarily buying her argument. Please understand that he knew I was recording him. The gaslighting is when he tells lies about me and make me constantly trying to defend myself about what I know is true. Yes, he paid the bills, but I never had a choice where we lived, and if he promised if I stay home to take care of the family, he would pay all the bills. But it doesn't appear that her husband is talking about paying all the bills. It appears that he's talking about her mismanaging money and seeing her money as her money instead of seeing money as part of the family. And let me tell you guys, in a relationship, you don't ever allow a woman to come into your life and tell you that your money is your money and her money is her money. That's not healthy for a congruent relationship. But I never had a choice when we lived, and he promised if I stayed at home to take care of the family, he would pay all the bills. This was just another way to control me. I don't understand what she means by this. I should have never agreed to staying home. And that's what most women want to do, is stay home and take care of their family and their kids. It sounds like this man can never do enough. But I had lupus, kidney, cancer, and heart disease, and I did not have enough education to earn as much money as him. I worked as a reselling business on Postmark, and everything I made went into a joint account. His money went into a separate account he hid from me so he could buy whatever he wanted. But that does not sound consistent to what he was talking about. She did say he paid all the bills. So how's he having a separate account if he's paying all the bills? And if he does have a separate account, as long as the bills are being taken care of, what's the problem? Now, whether you got a separate account or he got a separate account, that should be healthy communication in the relationship. Everyone who knows me can testify that I supported my husband, cooking almost every day, doing laundry, and keeping the house clean, taking care of my 6 children. And ma'am, that's what you should do. That's the trade-off for your husband paying all the bills and working. That's the trade-off. And you should have taken care of your 6 kids as your husband was working to take care of the responsibility. That's part of your job, just like part of his job is maintaining the household. But it sounds like you got a taste of what it's like to have money in your pocket. And now all of a sudden, you want to play the role of the victim instead of taking ownership. I drove my kids to school every day and picked them up and took them to events, including taking them to the doctors and dentist appointments. And he never did any of these things. Well, ma'am, how could he do any of those things if he's working and paying all the bills? It baffles me. It really baffles me in many modern relationships where women want men to pay all bills and still, and they stay home and still do, other wifely duties as he's trying to make money for the family. It baffles me. And it's almost like it's never enough. November 2024, I won my divorce on the grounds of cruelty by my husband. Wow, sounds like she's playing the victim. After 25 years of being with him, he hid bills, money, cheated, lied, verbally, emotionally, and physically assaulted me. I found out that he was estranged to marry one of his mistresses while we were still married and living together, and he also had taken my daughters around her. He hid his credit card receipts and telephone texts. While we were married, I was trying to start a boutique business that he refused to financially support. I would record him whenever he was enraged so that he would not become physical with me. Finally, he was arrested for assaulting me, and I filed for divorce. And listen, if he's done that, that's unfortunate, and that's wrong. But I do hear a lot of victimization by this woman. I do hear a lot of victimization by him. And based on the comments, the people are actually agreeing with him. It's two sides to a story, and I'm not saying this man is innocent. I am not saying this man is innocent, but it does appear that she's trying to do damage control. One person, Megatron 991, said, "Why turn off the comments on the other video? LOL. He deserves better. Many blessings to him." And she said they got turned off because they were not going the way she wanted them to go. He has done a lot, and she's just doing whatever she wants. That's what it sounds like to me too. They were eating her up in the video. She had to turn them off. Haha, makes sense. He's actually happy with a financially stable, smart woman. And yes, God bless him with the right woman. And so she responds by saying, "I know he is with Demi and she can have him, but I don't think she is smart. I don't think she is smart to not do her homework. I believe him too when he was divorced when I met him. But he did not get divorced until a few months before we got married, which was 3 years after we met. He had 2 children with his mistress and continued affairs while he was married to me." I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, it's unfortunate. But it sounds like she's trying to do damage control. Now, somebody responded by saying, "I would have had affairs if I had to be married to someone like you too." This is what Randy Flagg said. And so they always want to retort to someone being a narcissist, but really it's just a projection of who or what they are themselves. And I don't know the ins and outs of this guy, but I do feel sorry for him. But as I said earlier, guys, all too often in relationships, it's always her money is her money, his money is her money, and the thing that they proclaim the man to be, that's what they are actually doing themselves. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Thank you, guys, and I will see you guys soon.